Coming up on Discover Oklahoma, family fun near Quartz Mountain, a beer garden for the whole family, a place where G.I. Joe goes to live, where nightmare became a dream, and a dream is now reality, plus a haven for the sweets crazy. Come with us as we discover Oklahoma.
Welcome to one of the crown jewels of southwestern Oklahoma, the Quartz Mountain Resort Area. I'm Lauren Nelson. Dino, this was one of my favorite places to come as a kid.
You have talked about it often through the years, and I am Dino Lalli, and what we are doing today is enjoying the beautiful scenery of the day.
It's a place that inspires first-time visitors to say, wait a minute, this is Oklahoma? Both the topography and the attractions spark a childlike wonder, and we're going to visit some places that you and your kids and grandkids will love.
But first, here's another family-friendly location that might surprise you. It's a tap room in my hometown offering up home-brewed quaffs for drinkers and non-drinkers alike. Come with videographer Tommy Evans and me to Bierkraft Brewery, where they were making suds and grub in a family atmosphere. Call it chemistry, call it magic. The brewing process has always impressed me.
It's fascinating because it's a marriage of art and science. The art of brewing, same as winecraft, was developed through trial and error.
As Bearcraft continues to win awards, the verdict is in. The owners are all guilty of having a passion for creating a tasty mix of memorable brews, but they also wanted to generate something else.
One of the big things that we all wanted to do with this project was create a culture that we've experienced.
Those experiences from traveling domestically and internationally allowed them to observe the communal side of the German beer culture. Breweries in that country are places for families to enjoy, and that's what they have created here at Bearcraft.
It is a great place to bring the family. It's a very nice, friendly environment. Great adult beverages and root beer and we love the pretzels. We love the pretzels.
There's 5 families involved with this project, and all of us have kids. So that was a big deal for us when we opened up. It's just like, it's not gonna be a bar atmosphere. We're gonna have our kids, we're gonna have our family. They're gonna be playing outside, we're gonna play with them. So, you know, we've got the beer garden back there. We've got cornhole, we've got bocce. We've got a variety of board games to play over there. We've got the arcade.
I usually come here on Wednesdays with my parents because they like to come here and play bingo and have a few drinks. And the people here are always a blast.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm having a good time. Like, you feel like you're in someone's backyard just chilling.
You can also find non-alcoholic options for everyone. They have delicious homemade root beer and lemonade. For those who prefer wine, 7 types are available along with 2 champagnes. But it is a brewery after all, so there is a refreshing selection of beers, all a delectable model of balance and integration, delicious without being extravagant. In other words, pretty darn tasty for the world's most celebrated drink.
We have the Kolsch beer that ranges from Cologne, Germany. It's just a light ale. And then the Hefeweizen, which is our other flagship. It's a German wheat beer.
They also have an IPA on tap that rotates with other seasonals. Of course, food goes well with a good brew, so you can get something to eat from pretzels, brats, and hot dogs. Bearcraft also puts on several events which offer specialty created beers. But you can enjoy the jovial atmosphere here any time of the year because there's always something good brewing.
We've got 9 taps on right now, and we've got a little something for everybody.
All that's missing is you. Again, Bearcraft Brewery is family-friendly and offers homebrewed non-alcoholic options. Tap into all the info you'll need at travelok.com/Bearcraft, and remember, that's Bierkraft. And while you are in and around McAlester, here's some other must-see or must-taste stops to round out your itinerary. Follow the pink Cadillac to Angel's Diner. Angel dishes up burgers, fries, and shakes while records spin non-stop on the Wurlitzer Jukebox. Keep channeling the 1950s at the adjacent Happy Days Hotel. Relax and enjoy 50s themed rooms, including the Elvis Suite, the I Love Lucy Suite, along with James Dean and Marilyn Monroe. If you still have energy to burn, the Great Balls of Fire Family Entertainment Center is right behind the hotel, with its 16-lane bowling center, glow-in-the-dark miniature golf, arcade, and rock climbing wall.
You can build your own McAlester vacation using all the tools available to you at travelok.com. Just search McAlester for lodging, eateries, events, and more. There are so many fun things to do here at the Quartz Mountain State Park area. Dino, I can't wait to show you some more of them.
And when you are here, you can have your base of operations at the newly renovated Quartz Mountain Lodge. Built of stone and timber that blend beautifully with the landscape, Quartz Mountain Resort is our state's biggest lodge. 106 rooms, including 12 suites and multiple conference rooms. Everything indoors and out has just undergone a multi-million-dollar renovation, so it's a great time to pay a visit. You can book your Quartz Mountain room online at travelok.com/Quartz Mountain.
If you do bring your family here to Quartz Mountain, there's this cute little place right here in Lone Wolf that you might want to check out.
Now, I think your kids will love it, but if you're my age, I know you will enjoy it. Deanne's Dine and videographer Brian Boone discovered a Lone Wolf attraction that can dust off sweet pieces of the past. Here's a look at the G.I. Joe repair shop and museum.
What started off as a quest to complete 2 childhood action figures has now turned into a huge display here in Lone Wolf of almost 300 G.I. Joes. The stage is set for battle, with dozens of G.I. Joes reporting for duty. It's a scene straight out of a child's imagination.
I wanted to kind of capture the original G.I. Joes, and they were made from 1964 to 1976.
But this 15-foot D-Day diorama was created by Big Kid, Dr. Neil Vitale.
It allows me to play with the action figures without playing with the action figures.
Neil opened the G.I. Joe repair shop and museum in 2015 in the quiet downtown area of Lone Wolf.
Almost everyone that's come that didn't come for this reason to see G.I. Joe, they go, wow, I didn't know this was here.
Neil spent years buying, repairing, and then selling the iconic toy before deciding to keep them for himself, and now sharing his vast collection with the public.
If you don't know G.I. Joe, you're really kind of shocked by it because there's so many different varieties.
From the earlier ones that represented every branch of the military, to the later ones that go on adventures, to even a nurse, the well-known toy is showcased in every imaginable scenario.
They got really cool stuff that you can see here, different kind of vehicles and uniforms.
And unlike most museums, you're allowed to touch the displays.
I love it when parents bring their kids in and they start touching them and the parents go, don't touch that. So, it's been around longer than you have. Mom, let them play with it. If it breaks, I'll fix it.
Which brings us to the back of the building where Neil does his magic.
If you have the right tool
to bring the broken toys back to life.
This elastic is what holds the head and the arms together. You can just pull that through there, and if you pull it all the way through, and then all these parts go together pretty nicely.
Restoring America's movable fighting man, if not for battle, but to at least spark a memory or interest in those who visit.
They're eager to come here, and when they do, they spend, believe it or not, the place isn't that big, but they spend hours in here. If you look around town here, it's nice to have something, that people come to town for.
Discovering Oklahoma in Lone Wolf, I'm Deanne Stein.
The G.I. Joe Repair Shop and Museum is open Fridays from 9 to noon. Find out more at travelok.com/GI Joe.
Coming up next, one family dreamt it and now it's a reality. An extensive art collection finds a home.
And then after humiliation on national television, the selflessness of this Tulsa jewelry artist delivered the sweetest success. Bracelets bringing people together when Discover Oklahoma returns.
There are some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. Mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. Open your copy, then hit the open road. Unleash your curiosity. Set your spirit free. Subscribe today for only $14.95. Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We are doing some serious clubbing this week at Pebbles Beach Putt.
I guess this means I'm going to have to stomach some corny dad jokes about golf.
No, but that would be par for the course.
Told ya. Our next two destinations are certainly worth the drive. See, I can do it too, Dino. Tina McGarry and Brian Boone take us behind the scenes of a new art museum with a collection that's been hidden away until now.
Southeastern Oklahoma State University is home to a stunning art museum. The Semple Family Museum of Native American Art boasts an expansive collection gathered over 2 decades.
So the original collection was 90 pieces and it was given in 1996. Over the last 20 years, 4 different families have given small collections, and that has added to the 150 plus pieces we have now.
After years in the making, the museum opened in the fall of 2021. The art collection is displayed in a beautifully refurbished home, a bright and modern design with a warm, comfortable feel.
Whenever this building was refurbished, it was actually a home. And so they designed the building to have a home feel so that the art would display like it was in the donors' homes. And so when you come in, that's what we want you to feel like you're welcome here.
What is your favorite thing about Native American art? What draws you to that?
I think the color. Often it's the bright colors. And you ask me too, and I say the bright colors, but then I also think there are so many different mediums that they use. So much is different depending even on the tribes and how they view things.
The artwork here is not for purchase, but for display only. It's from more than 80 artists that represent over 30 tribes.
We have Alaskan tribes, southwestern tribes, of course the 5 civilized tribes, so they span all of the Americas.
I think the thing that strikes me like most fascinating is like it captures the vibrancy of Native North American culture and history. And for me, I studied archaeology, so I was always fascinated with like landscapes. And so here you're getting to see like the beauty and the majesty of the landscape, because most of Native North America, we're looking at movement through time. And that's what these kind of images and this art, it captures the movement of time through space. That's just beautiful.
Just helps diversify our area and bring more tourism in, because it is a unique collection. It's a one of a kind, and we're very appreciative of the gift.
Along with paintings, visitors can enjoy a small collection of sculptures, carvings, and other art. The museum also offers classroom space for special lectures and classes.
The museum's mission is to preserve, inspire, and educate. And so we want to bring people into the museum to learn about art, to make friendships, to learn to invest in themselves.
Each time I come, I'm like, was that there? Is that new? Have I seen that before? So it's the place you want to keep coming back to.
The museum is open to visitors weekday afternoons, and there's no charge for admission. In Durant, I'm Tina McGarry, discovering Oklahoma.
The Semple Family Museum of Native American Art is open for visitors afternoons by appointment. For the best experience, give them a call or email ahead of your visit. And we'll have all the info you'll need to do that on travelok.com/SempleMuseum. Kind of like Putt, what goes around comes around.
And we have a story about that. Everyone now is going baubles over the blingy bracelets created by a Tulsa lawyer, now turned jewelry artist.
And Dino, that's the happy ending, but it did not begin that way. It all began with a mortifying television appearance.
Julie Chin and videographer Tommy Evans found there was so much more to Rustic Cuff than meets the wrist.
From shiny to stingray, beaded to blingy, initial to inspirational. Welcome to the world of Rustic Cuff and its bracelets that bind.
It's about giving. I mean, a lot of people come in to buy them just to give them away.
And gifting or regifting is really where Rustic Cuff's story begins. In 2004, Jill Donovan made a guest appearance as a regifter on The Oprah Show.
It was going to be a show about etiquette and what was proper to do and not to do, and regifting was one of the subjects. And so they said, tell your funny stories. And so I got up on stage sitting next to her and was getting ready to tell my funny stories. But before Oprah went to me, she went to the etiquette experts. And little did I know, they did not think that it was a good thing. I didn't know that.
Humiliated, Jill returned to Tulsa, cleaned out her regifting closet, took a sabbatical from her job as a TU law professor, and focused on family for a while.
Laying in bed one night, I was watching TV and I saw a girl making cuffs, and I had collected cuffs for the last 10 years. So I got up that night with this renewed passion to then start doing something again. And from that night on, I taught myself how to make cuffs online, every book, everything that I could get a hold of, and Rustic Cuff was born because of that.
Business has boomed in the Sooner State and beyond since then. Rustic Cuff now has stores in Tulsa, Bixby, Oklahoma City, Edmond, and Dallas.
The Cherry Street showroom, or the Queenship as it's affectionately called, features something unique. A mini museum where you'll even find some of the first cuffs Jill ever made.
The showrooms feature a variety of products, from sunglasses to clothing to cuffs, of course. With so many styles for men, women, and kids, even Jill's lost count.
I don't keep track. I should. I mean, if I really sat down and tried to go back, it's a lot. It's a lot because I like to keep it fresh and new.
Well, it's a great experience. The quality is there, they're unique, they're different, they make fabulous gifts.
Top sellers, well, it's a variety. Sometimes it's the beaded bracelets because people can buy several of those. Probably one of the biggest sellers that we have is the Dallas. This is the one that was on Oprah's favorite things, and this is one of my very favorites. And then the Megan wrap, which is named after my very first employee, Megan. That is probably one of our biggest sellers too.
How many would you say you have purchased? Any idea?
Now my husband won't see this, will he?
Over 50.
Stacking or wearing more than one cuff is popular, and so are custom cuffs. Rustic Cuff also features a Cuff of the Month Club. And that brings us back to Oprah and the letter Jill received from O Magazine.
It said, "Congratulations, Jill. Rustic Cuff has been chosen to be on the wrist of Oprah Winfrey's arm in this on this cover." And what she didn't know and what he didn't know was that it was a cuff that I had gifted to her best friend Gail several months before that. And Gail used to wear that on the CBS morning show. And then she re-gifted that to Oprah, and that was the one that Oprah was wearing. So when people ask me, don't you want Oprah to know that, I say it doesn't matter because I do, and that is like my biggest full circle moment.
Rustic Cuff. It's more than bracelets. It's the gift that keeps on giving. In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, discovering Oklahoma.
There are Rustic Cuff locations in Oklahoma City and Tulsa, and we'll make sure you can find them from our website, travelok.com/Rustic Cuff. That was a really interesting story. Can you imagine being humiliated like that on television?
Actually, I can.
What?
You know deep down I love your dad jokes, Dino.
Okay, well that's good to know. Thank you very much. Coming up, no joke, a splashy destination that might not be on your radar. We'll slide on over to Midwest City.
And then to Chickasha for servings from scratch. Fresh plates from start to sweet finish when Discover Oklahoma returns in 90 seconds.
In Oklahoma, the #1 cause of accidental death of children under 5 is drowning. So if you are in or around water this summer, be sure to have the kids in life jackets.
And if you're at a state park and don't have life jackets for your kids, you can borrow one. Let's all work together to keep our kids safe this summer. Welcome back. We're diving into some of our childhood favorites this week.
Yes, and this place certainly is that. We have wandered over to Quartz Mountain Fun Park.
Kids here are busy squeezing the last drops out of summer.
And we caught up with some cool kids in Midwest City where families come from all around to take the plunge.
If you're looking for a great way to cool off this summer, head to Reno Swim Slide here in Midwest City.
On a hot Oklahoma day, poolside is where everyone wants to be.
It's a friendly park. The water's always nice and cool. It's clean, friendly environments, plenty of lifeguards on staff.
Reno Swim Slide at the corner of East Reno and Douglas Boulevard in Midwest City has something for the whole family. There's a rock climbing wall, diving boards, and 2 big water slides.
But the rock wall and our slides are the biggest hits of the pool.
Come to this pool because it's fun to be at. It's a good community where kids can play at.
Reno Swim Slide is a public pool and park, owned and managed by the City of Midwest City and open to anyone of any age.
We're a very friendly family environment.
There are pavilions for birthday parties or family gatherings too. Parents love that it is fully staffed with multiple lifeguards watching from every corner and lots of lounge chairs.
I like to sit around, try to get a tan, work on a tan, just kind of enjoy the sunshine, basically.
In fact, Jeff and Brittany Steele drive here to Midwest City from Yukon several times each summer.
Our daughter, this is her favorite pool, our daughter's favorite pool to go to.
For the youngest swimmers, there's a small, shallow, gated pool with a much smaller slide.
I do love the gated for the babies because they're not running into that big area.
For those willing to brave the bigger pool with the little ones, there's room for that too.
Yeah, this is zero depth here, so it's really good. Even though we like to have our smaller kids in the baby pool, it's great for parents to be able to sit with their little babies there in the water.
The pool is open each summer from Memorial Day through Labor Day. In Midwest City, I'm Shelley Mills for Discover Oklahoma.
Ooh, that's chilly.
Reno Swim Slide in Midwest City is open every day except Tuesdays, Memorial Day through Labor Day. For more information or to stay and play in Midwest City, explore the possibilities at travelok.com.
You know how a day having fun in the sun can make you so hungry? Well, you are in luck.
Up next, a Chickasha eatery owned by Best Friends where you can dine with your best friends. Sandwiches, salads, and your sisters when Discover Oklahoma returns.
What's inside our free Oklahoma travel guide? Artistry for all 5 senses, magic around every bend, and powerful waves of inspiration. Order or download yours at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Quartz Mountain Fun Park. We have been discovering some kid-friendly destinations today.
And our next stop is just that. Crazy 8 Cafe in Chickasha is known for their signature salads and sandwiches. But the kid in you will be wanting to eat dessert first. Videographer Brian Boone and I traveled to Chickasha to bring you a taste. There's not much better than that hometown eatery where you feel welcome as you enter and are full when you leave. And at Crazy 8 Cafe in Chickasha, you'll get all of that and more with their handmade dishes.
We opened across the street in a different location in 2004, and our kids had kind of all gotten in school, and so we were ready to do something besides stay at home. And so we opened a little lunch spot, and we were there in that location for several years. And at the end of 2018, we moved out, we closed, and then we had an opportunity to buy this building.
In their new location, you'll find modern, clean decor and a cool vintage-style diner sign outside so you know right where to find them. Even though it looks different, it's the same wonderful food they've served for over 16 years.
Our menu has basically remained the same, but we've added a few things. We're not offering daily specials any longer, but we've added some of our most popular ones to our regular menu.
Customers' favorites include salads, sandwiches, really just about anything on the menu.
A turkey bacon cheddar ranch sandwich, that's a hot sandwich served on a grilled bun. It was a great special for us in the past. We have a grilled BLT with avocado, and those were both sandwiches that we did.
Salads, we have a soup every day that's different, just what we have that day. We have cold sandwiches, hot sandwiches. We make our own desserts, and so they're fresh every day.
Everything's handmade. They make a chicken salad fresh every single day. That is a gourmet chicken salad that's to die for.
It's absolutely delicious. It's fresh. It's fun. This is a fun atmosphere.
The sandwiches here are gourmet sandwiches, and you can't get that in Chickasha anywhere else but here.
Fresh bread, fresh meat,
fresh bread,
fresh cheese.
Something, the desserts.
I was going to say, I came for dessert.
The sweetest way to end the meal, or maybe even begin it, is with dessert. The variety you'll find at Crazy 8 is unmatched, and the taste is too.
And desserts are still our big draw.
They are different every day. We almost always have a 4-layer delight, which is a nut crust, a cream cheese layer, some sort of fruit or pudding layer with whipped cream topping. We almost always have a gooey butter cake. It can be any flavor under the sun. We always have something chocolate. We almost always have something strawberry layer cake, strawberry sheet cake, something like that.
Wedding cake is one of our most popular.
Because everything is handmade from recipes designed by Carmen and Susan, it's like having your favorite home-cooked meal each time you come in.
I think it's just something that you can't get elsewhere. It's just a local, family-owned, locally owned place.
We try to make just about everything right there in-house.
You're just going to get a great meal.
The next time you're in the area, be sure to stop in at Crazy 8 Cafe. Handmade from the heart, just like home.
Still have high quality food. We try hard to put out the best product in town.
Crazy 8 Cafe and Coffee House is also a popular breakfast stop, and Chickasha itself always has something cooking.
From concerts to car shows and live performances at the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma, you'll find events worthy of a curtain call on travelok.com. A big thank you to all the kid-friendly destinations who were a part of our show this week. So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma with your kids.
Brain freeze! Wow!
Take it easy, Dino.